Welcome back on this channel, bratan. Big things happening for Bitcoin. We see Bitcoin is trying to break this massive resistance line to the upside, and I have a lot of more news because we have here a lot of liquidity, and also we see altcoins on the weekly pumping like crazy. Is this right now the bull run which we are waited for, or will we close this 54k CME gap? And also we're speaking again about the liquidity and much more because we have here BlackRock buying like crazy. So stay here with me if you want. If not, then fuck off, bro. Let's go. Let's dive very deep dive in this Bitcoin chart, and look at this. We tried to break this line which we didn't broke since August 2024. We tried to break this line, and right now, I mean, obviously we got here rejected again, but we tried. And for now, my where's this? My drawing perfectly working out because I told you first pump, then dump approximately between 58 and 54k. But there is some hope, and just for you to understand, Bratan, this scenario that we will drop to 58k or even 54k, this is obviously the worst case. I'm hoping that we will break through this fucking 68k, so we have this massive pump, and also my trades which are right now in massive loss, 15k in a loss, 7k in a loss, and all this other shit is going into profit. So I want it too, and there is some hope. What I want to show. So what do we want? Should I first say the good news or the bad news? What do we want? Okay, we start with the good news and then with the shit news. So on the good side is that there have been some cases where we saw a further breakthrough, even though we've been so overbought like right now. So if we are checking on the 4 hourly, we see we are crazy overbought. Yes, you see, everyone sees this. So usually if we are overbought, we have to cool down, which means the RSI is cooling down. Also the price of Bitcoin is cooling down. But what we saw in the past, we saw exactly same happened already. You see here exactly on this when was it? It was in May 2024. We had same. We've been so crazy overbought. We had here, oh shit, and then we're getting no here, yeah, here, exactly here. You see, it was the same. It almost looks the same. Check out. Wait here. Check here out. What we had here, we had massive dump. You see, and then first pump, second pump, third pump. And right now, where we are watching, we had the same first pump, second pump, third pump. So what we could see here right now, if we are watching for similar patterns, the RSI got overbought, cooled down a little bit, which was only by what was a drop only by 3%. Let's say 3%. So it would mean if Bitcoin would dump by 3% right now, it would mean we would see price around 66,300 or 66,500. Where at 66,500 we have also a lot of liquidity here at 65k, and here between 66,500 down to 65k, where we have 70 million here. Here a lot of 70 million here at 65k approximate. So this is a reasonable dump which could happen, but it's only 3%. What happened right after this 3% dump? After this 3% dump, which we saw here, we had again another pump of around 4%. And then we had another pump, which was here from the previous high, where we are right now, potentially, which was over 8%. Which would mean, in case we have the same pump, you see, and the RSI was overbought, but still, we had this massive pump of 8%. So which would mean here we could see a pump, if it would be also of 8% approximately. It would be pumped to approximately 74k, which is exactly the areas where we have the most of liquidity. These orange lines, you know, they mean where the most of liquidity is lying. The most of liquidity is lying exactly at these levels between 72 and 75k and between 70 and 71k. So this is the hope, right? So this is the hope. I mean, now there are some cases here. Was very funny because we have here this bull flag, which everyone is speaking of, and we tried again here to break above, but we got rejected again, and every time we try to break it, people writing 100K soon, easy mode is back, longs your longs, buy high, sell higher, never seeing 50K again. Did you buy the dip? That was the final shakeout, and this is right now. And always when people got so bullish, we saw boom, dump, dump, you see. And right now it's expected that we see also a dump, and you know, we have 54K. We are also S&P 500. I want to see S&P 500 breaking again the previous all-time high, because this pattern which you see here, this is a rising wedge. A rising wedge is a bearish pattern. In case we would break here this support line at around 50,700, this would be very bearish, and we would see S&P 500 down to 5,100. I don't know what should happen, but if this would happen, this would be horrible. I don't think so. I think because in the bull market, we tend to break this bearish pattern still to the upside, and we are in a bull market, so I hope it will work out. And we have also some bullish news. I forgot more bullish news, because as I said at the start, we have ByBit. This is the BlackRock ETF, Bitcoin ETF. ByBit is buying like crazy. They bought today 400 million Bitcoin. Yesterday, $288 million Bitcoin. So we see this pump causes is caused. It's not caused by this fucking gamers with this shit on the faces, which are buying here for 100K or for 1 million. You know, this nerds. No, the pumps are caused always by institutions, bro, by institutions, or if Crypto Bratan is buying. This is the only case, not by your meme coin lords, gay lords, you know. So, bro, you see, this is the reason for the pump. And also another reason for the pump is what I tell you the whole time, is we have the week of the earnings, and the earnings are quite good. Especially what we want to have good earnings are this fucking banks, and the banks has good earnings. So we had 2 days ago Bank of America, which was higher than expected. The earnings were the surprise. We have here the Morgan Stanley. Yes, they had also their earnings came higher as expected. And today we have Nestle, Walmart could be very interesting, but the forecast is positive. So overall the US market, which is leading, Netflix probably will also be, no, Netflix could be shitty, but nobody cares about Netflix, more about food and finance. So here we have the bank, Walmart. So we want to see that they have good earnings, and they all expected, the forecast you see is green, so it all expect to be positive, which also further could cause the pump, Junge. Pump. So what is important here, the most important thing, which I also told you already on Twitter, I told you the most important thing is what we want to see is closing a fucking weekly candle above this shit, you know, because you see, it's always, even if we're closing a daily, it doesn't mean anything. We have to close a weekly candle above 68K, because if we are closing above 68K, this is almost a guarantee, or the probability is very likely that we will see here pump to 75K, because then they're going and chase the market maker chasing liquidity here above 70, between 70 and 75K, which would mean also we are going higher. So then we have this scenario would move a little bit up, and we have something like this. We are moving here, then we are retesting at 70K, and then we are moving up. But I'm drawing the worst case scenario, which we have to prepare, especially because I was too greedy and jumped here into paper long position. And I have to watch out that I'm not getting liquidated. You see here on Weex, $20 in a loss on Weex. You get, by the way, $380 bonus. It's very easy. I have $110 for just KYC and all this shit. And on Bitget, I'm $3,400 in a loss on my pair position. You see, so it was quite shitty. On Bitget, you get even $8,000 in bonus. So yeah, you see here the overall the weekly market looks good. I mean, obviously we have so much liquidity still. I mean, I have to be honest, I have to say how it is, bro. We have a lot of liquidity still here. We have still a lot of liquidity at 50 down, starting at 59K down to 54K, billions, you see. But I mean, it's not so yellow like here. You have here alone at 70,500, we have here 20 billion in liquidity which they can grab. 72 at 72 we have 14 billion. So it's crazy. If they pump to 75k approximately, they liquidate so many shorts. So I wouldn't never ever right now short Bitcoin, because this is too dangerous. Even though I'm expecting the worst case scenario 58k or 54k that we see a dump, but in my opinion this is too dangerous, because we could see also something like to 71k and then a dump, you know, like a wick. Therefore, I'm telling you, we have to close here a weekly candle, and it looks right now good because the earnings looks good. So there's no reason why we shouldn't see. But you know, nobody knows what this market makers are, you know, how they play with us. So you see, it's also interesting. In case we are breaking above 68k, we would close also above the Fibonacci 0236, and this is so important. If we're closing above a weekly candle, this is highly bullish. If not, then what is of this shit bull flag? The support line at 48k, so around 50k. You see, this is not nice. This is not nice. 58k is the first big support at 0618. So this is not nice, I tell you. But I saw something else on the bigger time frame. Which was very interesting is that, wait a minute, what is on the logarithmic chart? We retested this line already, you see? We retested this line, which is going back from April 2019. This is so interesting. So, I mean, this would be amazing if also if not on the logarithmic we are watching here, we perfectly retested twice this line, which make us hope that we are not going 54k again. This would be nice, but who knows? Who knows? I'm getting only bullish in case we are breaking, in case we are closing a weekly candle above this level. And I had also something else for you here. We want to see more ETFs buying from the institutions. And let us quickly watch on Pepper. Pepper, you see, this motherfuckers, they're perfectly grabbing the liquidity. You see, this yellow lines or orange is even more liquidity. You see, they're going now to grab the liquidity at 0.9 approximately here, 0.938. And I hope from here we see then the bounce to the upside. But it's obviously depends only on Bitcoin. If we see this bounce, if Bitcoin breaking above 60k, then we have here a quick bounce up to 139. If we're going to 139, my trade would be in profits around, wait a minute, my trade would be in profits around 1.3. I would be in profits 52k. Ha! What are you now saying, the ones who are shitting in my comments that saying I was too greedy and jumped too early? Fuck, 18k. 18k in loss. Shit, bro. This is really bad. But what would be here on this? Wait, no. Don't push flash close, man. Now in the loss. Alright, chill, bro. 1 second. Come on. Come on, blin. We are going to check again. Stop loss. Full position stop loss, so at 1.3 I would be in profits $12,000. Nice. We have to watch, bro. We have to watch. I'll be honest with you. In my opinion, and hopefully we will see only a dump here, maybe to 63k, and then again we see bounce to the upside. I mean, in case I'm watching only this week. In case we closing this week below. In case we're not managing this weekly candle, this which you see here, if it closes below this line, then for me it's almost guaranteed that we will see 58k, because you know we are right now we have right now exactly as we are waited for. We had this full moon pump, you see, exactly. And come on, it doesn't matter what do you think. Even nobody cares what do you think about new moon, full moon. You see, new moon dump, new moon dump, new moon dump, new moon dump. Welcome to the girl store, guys. So you see, it's always the same. New full moon pump, full moon pump, full moon pump. So this full moon could bring us hopefully to 75k. But in case the next 5 days we don't see here further pump above this line, then I'm expecting we are going down to at least 60k, then 50, 55, then 54. So between 60 and 54k, because then we are heading into new moon. New moon is on the 1st, and in 5 days it's 22nd. So usually, if we see not a further pump 5 days after the new moon, then after the full moon, then we usually see dump. Thank you very much for watching. Kiss you and see you later. Ha!